States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Guess not.
Okay, Sam, if you could have the minutes from the previous motion meeting.
Silver Lake Township Supervisors held a regular monthly meeting on Monday, October 1st, 2012 at the Silver Lake Township Building. Francis Fruhan called the meeting to order at 7 p.m. and everyone saluted the flag. The minutes from the September meeting were read and approved on a motion made by Francis Fruhan and seconded by Evan Everett. The treasurer's report was read and held for audit on a motion made by Francis Fruhan and seconded by Evan Everett. General correspondence. An Act 14 notice was received from ARM Group on behalf of WPX Energy for the Russin centralized impoundment with access drive from Heavey Road. Public comment. Ed Nichols asked about the number of break-ins in the township. Peg Miller said she hoped there would be extended hours for the police department. John Demery was concerned about the decision that was made not to renew the police services contract with Forest Lake Township. He felt the contract was very valuable to Silver Lake Township. It was his understanding the police spent only 1 hour per shift in Forest Lake Township. Francis Fruhan said it is more. In addition to patrol time, there is also paperwork and court time. Mr. Fruhan felt the contract was a diversion as well as a liability to Silver Lake Township. John Demery felt another full-time officer should be hired and the third car should be put back on the road. Angel Cublow spoke and said she felt not patrolling in Forest Lake Township was a big benefit to Silver Lake Township. Silver Lake Police should not be in Montrose or Jessup either. Vera Scroggins asked if a noise ordinance was being considered with compressor stations coming. Francis Fruhan said the Planning Commission had reviewed several noise ordinances from area municipalities, but this has been put on hold. It was explained this is regulated under Act 13 and we cannot have anything stricter than what is already outlined in the Act. Any local ordinances stricter than Act 13 need to be revised. Many Act 13 provisions are being challenged in the courts. Chief Tim Berg gave the police report with 34 incidents in the month of September. Chief Berg also had copies of the results from the speed minder that was located on John C. McNamara Drive at Laurel Lake. There were questions regarding the break-ins occurring in the township. Chief Berg said the media was advised in an effort to get word out to as many residents as possible. There is a pattern to the break-ins. They are forcing their way in with a crowbar or kicking the door in. Tom Drista thanked Francis Fruhan for how meetings are handled. Vera Scroggins asked if there was anything new to report on contaminated wells at Laurel Lake. Evan Everett said the DEP explained that the affected homes would have water systems put in by the DEP. The owner would maintain the system. Francis Fruhan asked Scott Miller of WPX if he would explain about impoundment. Scott Miller explained the Russin impoundment is through water storage. This helps keep some of the truck traffic off the roads. The water comes in from a variety of permitted sources. Assessment permits none. Driveway permits none applied for and none issued. Fireworks permits none. Francis Fruhan made a motion to pay the bills as submitted. Evan Everett seconded, approved. As no further business was presented, Francis Fruhan adjourned the meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of the.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Next, we're gonna have the treasurer's report.
General Fund, EFTPS 1,796.72, EFTPS 1,753.34, and they are payroll taxes. Pennsylvania Department of Revenue 231.26, Pennsylvania Department of Revenue 227.07, Sandra Brink 465 even, Chris Short 934.35, Sandy Brink 342.30. Chris Short 934.35, Flyback Electric 206.05, Frontier 284.28, Evan Everett 974.31, Seth Everett 940.83, Francis Fruhan 102.15, John Nagy $100.56, Ed Nowick 172.40, Tim Berg 823.58, John Walker $95.48, Michael Hornick $497.52, Levi Tiffany $183 even, Guy Singer $1,090.60, Andre and Son $10.99, Bennett Auto Repair, $90 even. Bradco Supply, $150.96. Cintas, $285.04. Cook Brothers, $60.22. Damascus Quarries, $3,850.40. Miller's Auto Connection, $54 even. Montrose Auto Parts, $45.34. Silver Lake Volunteer Fire Company, $12,201.15. Tri-Cities Communication, $256.82. Williams Oil and Propane, $1,157.26. Evan Everett, $342.30. Francis Fruhan, $342.30. Evan Everett, $972.31. Seth Everett, $940.83. Ed Nowick, $209.17. DGK Insurance, $287 even. PSATS UC Group Trust, $63.67. Tim Berg, $823.58. Michael Hornick, $497.52. Levi Tiffany, $271.48. John Walker, $356.99. Started with a balance of $240,660.83. Receipts at $36,291.69. Disbursements at $36,778.23. Leaving a balance of $240,174.29. State funds, Bradco Supply, $1,767.52. Eastern Industries, $680.70. I'm not sure what that is. E2 Transportation. That was the hauling
the
for.
trucking for the stone from
Okay.
Eastern.
$612.63. Montrose Auto Parts, $65.93. Murphy's, $105 even. Williams Oil, $2,676.96. Vestal Asphalt, $2,344.96. Started with a balance of $132,609.31. Receipts at $1.76. Disbursements $8,053.70, leaving a balance of $124,557.37. Police Department, Frontier, $164.85. John Nagy, $54.44. Verizon, $88.25. Dan's, $60.50. And Silver Lake General Fund, $3,657.17. Start with a balance of $63,680.11. Receipts at $14,030.69. Disbursements at $4,025.31, leaving a balance of $73,685.49. Building Fund, People's National Bank, $1,281.43. John Nagy, $9.72. Started with a balance of $20,278.42. Receipts at $553.60. Disbursements at $1,291.15, leaving a balance of $19,540.87. And that is it.
I'll make the motion to accept the treasurer's report as read.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Okay, general correspondence, this month there were no Act 14 notices regarding proposed well pads or other earth disturbance activities. None were received last month. Okay. Anything else up front here? Okay. All right, we'll move on to public comment. Just want to make a few notes. I'm going to only speak when you're recognized. All comments must be made toward the front. This is a supervisor's meeting with no back and forth between members of the audience. There is a 5-minute time limit per person. Anybody?
I noticed in the news recently, there's these various counties that have been allocated monies for the drill sites. And I think the one was Susquehanna County. It seems to me they had $5 million allocated for the drill sites. Now, would we be involved in any of that, or how are they dispersing that?
Yeah, I don't know if that number meant everybody in the county, include county government and municipalities or not. We've had numbers, but we haven't got the letter yet.
It's like 3,900,000. The
For
county got,
Susquehanna County?
yeah,
And that's the county
that's the
coffers.
county,
All right.
and then the townships all vary. We haven't got anything official yet of what we're getting.
Yeah, will the township be partaking in that even though they might not have any drill sites? Or will it be only the townships with a drill site?
It'll be every township, borough, whoever has activity. Even like, I mean, Montrose Borough will receive money, you know, some of the very small boroughs will also receive.
Yeah. There's a formula, it splits up, there's some, for the host municipalities, there is a share so much per well each host municipality gets. And then out of all the wells in the county, then there's a formula that splits up, I believe it's population, it might be other things like size road, but there's a formula that splits up the share regardless of how many wells you have in your municipality. Like Montrose, they don't have a well, they may never get a well, but they'll always, you know, as part of this formula, get a share, and so will other boroughs.
So, based on these formulas, have you calculated an order of magnitude what this township might get?
138,000.
Or what do you plan to do with it?
We haven't made any plans to do anything with it. I guess the same as the question was asked last meeting, I think, and I guess we're waiting to see. We haven't got the money yet. You know, I do think it's coming, but, I mean, we haven't decided yet.
Is there something specific in the rules and regs
Yeah.
that say when you're supposed to get it?
It was supposed to be, you know, I don't know if the storm we had affected it, but, I think we were supposed to have it by November 10th or something, I don't know. Like I said, we haven't got anything official yet.
Yeah.
So by the next meeting, we should probably have it, you know?
Sure.
I would think so.
Yeah. A new business, we'll discuss, you know, where we're gonna put it in the account, just for the time being, a new business.
So that 138 would represent how many drill sites?
I don't know, it's, all of them, they won't all be in Silver Lake Township, there'll be some in the neighboring townships around us. So they aren't, you know, everything isn't in Silver Lake.
Okay.
You know, we'll be getting a portion off some of the neighboring wells and neighboring townships.
And those were the number in 2010, is that correct?
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe so.
And then the numbers we'll get next year, I believe, will be the, right, 2012, no, that will be 2011 wells.
Yes.
The money we get next year in 2013 should be the number of 2012 wells.
So there'll be significantly more next year because there's a lot more well done. One would think.
Well, I think they've had more, we've actually had, there's been more in 2012, so yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
It's only a one-time gift for a well. You'll never have a repeat gift for that well.
Well, no, there's a declining scale. It's, if you go to the website, there's a bunch of things posted, and some of them are quite abbreviated. They're synopsises of the act, and many of them have tables in there, and it's a 15-year table. And this axis, and then across the top, it's based on the price of gas. And the first year that well is, there's a dollar amount for it based on price of gas. And each year it starts declining down to the 15th year. And I don't know if this act even goes past 15 years. So if you have wells drilled in year 14, I don't know if that's going to continue on another 15. The way I kind of, my understanding, I don't think it's going to go past 15. I may be wrong, but if I may.
Thank you.
I live down, wind from the MacGeorge site, and I smelled all kinds of bad odors, chemical odors during the fracking phase. And now during the flaring stage, I'm concerned about what's also being emitted, and I smelled some odors from it, so I called the DEP and asked them for like a air quality test. They said they've done air quality tests at other sites, and so I asked for the results. I haven't gotten the results yet. But I was reading online that flares can emit a host of air pollutants. Hydrogen sulfide is one of them, and that there was a study done in California about air pollutants from gas flares, and they came up with about 60 air pollutants downwind of gas flares. So I don't know if anybody else has been smelling anything that's chemically or burning or, that's not the normal smells that we smell. So there's things like toluene and xylenes and ethylbenzenes and formaldehydes. So I'm concerned about that, besides the noise, of course, which is extremely loud. And that can go on for maybe a week or more, since there's 3 wells being flared right now. So just wondering if you got any complaints about people with bad odors or chemical smells or any kind of reactions to the pollutants that are coming off of the MacGeorge site.
Yeah, we got an email from you, and I don't think did you get anything else?
No.
So I'd gotten a copy of the one you had sent to the township. I read.
And that's it then?
But to my knowledge, nobody's contacted us.
Hmm. Okay.
What are your plans to replace the police officer that you have currently lost?
We have no plans at this moment.
Is that because you're not gonna replace him, or you're waiting to see if he stays going?
I don't know, we haven't discussed it, we bring that, we discussed it at a meeting, if we're ready to do that. If one of the supervisors wanted to consider doing that, we bring it up, discuss it, make a motion, and decide whether to do it or not at a meeting.
So just for the time being, you're gonna ignore it?
I mean, describe it how you want, but we're not gonna take any action on it.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Okay, we could, move on. New business? Evan, you wanted to just talk about, you considering purchasing a new used truck to replace the old Ford?
Yeah, we have a 1994 Ford F-350 that, the transmission of that has went out of it. And, I guess we're looking to put that out to bid and, replace it with a, 2005, about the same exact truck, just newer model year, that we would be looking to purchase from, federal government. And that truck will be $16,000. Does anybody have any questions about it? John?
Didn't you just buy another big government surplus truck?
This is a pickup.
Oh, a pickup, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, so,
The Ford we purchased in 2006, and we've had what's that, 5-6 years, and it's starting to give us some problems. We had tried to sell it before, we should have stayed after it before, and we didn't, and now it has transmission problems, and we can't use it.
How many miles on it?
About 65,000.
That's all, you got
Yeah.
transmission trouble?
Yeah, they're kinda, we talked to a transmission guy and he said this truck is notorious for that, and it was gonna cost about between $2,000 and $2,500 to rebuild the transmission, and he says there's no saying, he says it's gonna be rebuilt, but he says you're gonna possibly have the same problem.
Wow.
Tom?
Is that a plow truck or a dump truck?
No, it's
or
a
what?
pickup.
Oh,
It's just a pickup we use to get to the job sites back, haul our fuel in.
So 350 is what, a ton and a half?
No, 1 ton.
Oh, 1 ton, okay.
Yeah, it's the same exact truck as what we have now. The only difference is the one we have now is a diesel. This one will be a gas motor. They're a little cheaper to maintain than the diesels are, and cheaper to buy.
Are you putting that out on Auctions International?
We will be putting the Ford out on Auctions International if we approve the purchase of the 2005.
pretty much as is before.
Yeah,
Right.
with transmission problems.
Yeah, that's 60,000. Probably too late for the
All right, well, I guess if there's any more questions, I guess we will do it, we kind of discussed it, you want to just make the motions, or I will, based on what you said.
I'll
And,
make-
well, any other questions we'll just launch into the motion and vote, or if there's no other questions. So,
make a motion to purchase the 2005 Chevy 1-ton pickup for $16,000.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor? Aye, okay. All in favor.
Now we need to put the 2000, or the 1994 out to bid.
That's a 94?
Yes.
F-350?
F-350 four-door diesel pickup, and it will be listed on Auctions International and also in the Binghamton Press.
And if we know what we're kind of looking to get, if,
I have no idea.
yeah,
We'll see what the bids come in at next month's meeting.
okay. So if we advertise it twice, nobody, the bids are,
I guess we'll cross that bridge when
Yeah.
we get there. We'll see what the bids come in at.
okay. All right. Yeah, anybody has any interest, contact Kevin, he'll tell you how to get on the website.
The new one, is that an extended cab?
It's four-door.
Oh,
It's the same, it's the exact identical truck that we have now.
Four-door extended cab, one
Yeah.
ton, four-wheel drive.
Yes.
in a Chevy. Okay. All right, so did you make the motion,
Yes.
Evan? Okay.
I'll make a motion to put the 2000, or the 1994 F-350 pickup out the bid on Auctions International.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Aye. Okay, police report?
Evening, folks. For the month, we had 28 incidents. We had 2 medicals, 4 burglar alarms, 1 criminal mischief, 2 domestic disputes, 3 911 hang-up calls, 1 miscellaneous investigation, 1 motor vehicle accident, 1 PFA violation, 1 report of a robbery, which was turned over to the state police, 3 thefts, 8 traffic stops, and 1 vehicle fire.
All right. Thank you. Road reporter?
For the month of October, we have went around and we've been doing some of our ditch maintenance and regrading some of the potholes or bad spots on a few of our roads. We're currently doing that now as the weather permits, but it looks like we may get some snow to plow Thursday and Friday, or Wednesday and Thursday. And I guess that's all. We've got a couple months ago, we put in for a traffic study on the Murphy's Four Corners intersection. They had sent back to us, they had looked at the intersection, they said it was safe, all the site distances, but they did recommend us to the Northern Tier Regional Transportation, and we're gonna be getting on a list to look at doing upgrades to the intersection to make it more safe.
What would they do to upgrade it?
Clear some of the trees back, maybe raise it, they'll have an engineer come in and look at it and see if there's anything they can do to improve sight distance. But I mean, we're probably talking 5-10 years.
Yeah,
We're getting on the plan, there's grants available for it, and we're gonna see where it goes.
all you need to do is put 2 more stop signs there.
They aren't offering that. Well,
Well,
that's,
I understand it's out of your hands, but
right,
that's probably one of the most dangerous intersections around.
Yeah.
You know, not much you can do to improve sight distance unless you chisel a mountain away.
we'll see what they come up with.
Could actually lock that no lock is a possibility or no?
They haven't even, it hasn't even got to that point yet.
All right.
That's all I have for the road report.
Okay. Assessment permits, this one I missed last month. One was issued in September for Curtis on Brackney Hill Road for a storage building. Driveway permits,
No.
unissued or applied for?
Yeah.
Okay. This last one we got, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Fireworks permits, one to Mike Lavo on Hollington Turnpike for the weekend of October 12th. It's probably raining, I don't know if you did. Okay, all right, anything more before we move on? Let's go. All right, I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.